Hi everyone, thank you very much for joining us for Optics.org's Quickfire Q&A with Michael Adeniya, who is Group Events Director at IQPC. Hi there, how's it going, Michael?
Very good, thank you. Week to go to the show, so yeah, all systems go over here.
Excellent. Now, part of our interview today is going to be focused on looking at what's coming up at the UK's first trade exhibition uniting the microelectronics value chain which is microelectronics. Could you perhaps tell me a little bit more about sort of what's brought this show together? I mean, as I understand it, you're looking to bring more than 3,000 engineers, innovators and policymakers to microelectronics next week to address the defining challenges head on, looking at supply chain and sort of the ecosystem around semiconductors, photonics, embedded systems and talent pipeline as well. Is that right?
There's so much that you just captured there, Rob, and that's absolutely right. And it's a really good question. Why did we actually start this campaign? And it's partly inspiration and partly just cold hard logic, really. We made the observation that the UK has a disproportionately high number of innovators, world-class researchers, and startups in the microelectronics space, semiconductors, and photonics space, and of course, the embedded systems is kind of like a gel that brings it all together. And there's a lot of brain power in the UK, and over the years, it's felt like there's a collection of individual units that could actually perform far better if there was an ecosystem that gave them a blanket to operate within. And yeah, the sort of whole purpose of the show is how can we create an ecosystem out of these siloed communities? And yeah, it's all been going really, really well. So through research with public and private sectors, the DSIT, the Welsh Government, as well as a number of other key commercial players in this space, we're able to actually bring all of these organizations. We're bringing over 100 exhibitors, and as you mentioned, we're expecting over 3,000 visitors, all to one central venue in London, and to really understand what are the key parts of the ecosystem that the UK excel in, and to close a few gaps: the collaboration gap, talent gap, and the valley of death in terms of new tech as well.
So, looking at it from with a focus on photonics, how critical is photonics to the event's overall mission and to the UK's microelectronics strategy?
Really good point there. So photonics, even outside of our desires, photonics is such a critical part to the entire ecosystem. And we've been working with key industry bodies such as the Photonics Leadership Group in understanding what's needed to bring photonics to the forefront. And as you obviously know, and your community will know, there's such a need for photonics in so many parts of the microelectronics space, even though it can operate independently. And again, just looking at that ecosystem across the whole of the UK, there's expertise, up in all the way up in Strathclyde and other parts of Scotland, right down to the south coast as well. And having a central place where they can all come together is really, really critical. So yeah, with that, with our advisory committee, we've designed a program that's got the likes of BT, some of the strong players in the quantum space, how photonics is being applied in data centers and areas like that. So we're bringing that entire ecosystem together as well.
Okay. I mean, you've mentioned sort of building partnerships and relationships. So how are strategic partnerships, especially with those government departments, influencing the plans for the show?
They've been at the forefront. So weirdly, the strategy for this event and the sort of campaign for this show started over a year ago, about 18 months ago. And 18 months ago, that's when we first started doing our due diligence and building the advisory committee for the program, and working out what are the gaps that an event like this could really close. And the likes of DSIT, the Department for Business and Trade as well, and Welsh Government were all really fundamental in sharing their voice. And of course, the UK semiconductor strategy was a key part of this as well, in helping us understand where do we feel like we can add the most value. So supporting startups was a key part of that, driving investment into this sector, making sure that investment doesn't leave the UK shores and stay within it. And also inspiring the next generation of talent in this sector was another key part of what we wanted to do as well. So yeah, the UK government has been in full support of everything we're doing here. They're in full support of this show. And you may know as well that we're launching in the US as well. And they're really encouraged about how we can take some UK organizations over to the US to also help them build new opportunities and collaborations there too.
Excellent. So, it sounds like there's going to be a lot taking place next weekend, a lot of information sharing and sort of some insights. Following on from sort of the strategic partnerships that you've been talking about already, and looking ahead to what's actually taking place next week, can you share any notable highlights from the Photonics UK stage on current emerging innovations and who might be speaking?
So I'll just give you three. It's a jam-packed program. I think from the photonics perspective, we've got somewhere in the region of 30 expert speakers, ranging from defense, aerospace, and various other technology applications as well. But to give you an idea of some of the things that I'm excited about, one of the sessions, Photonics and Beyond, and the use of light technology in space, and we've got the European Space Agency, the UK Space Agency, and the Satellite Applications Catapult, sharing their insights around that. We've also got a session on optic technology in national security, modern national security, and Technology Scotland, and Alison McLeod is speaking on that alongside the NATO Innovation Fund and BAE Systems as well. And I can't forget the fact that we're also proud to be announcing the Photonics 100, the most influential people in the global photonics space. Is actually going to be announced at the event as well, and we'll be hosting a reception with as many of the UK cohorts of the Photonics 100 that will be attending the show as well. So those are just three things that are taking place on the photonics stage. But like I said, it's such a jam-packed agenda, and yeah, you should definitely go and check out the website to see more.
Cool. And looking ahead, this is the first event of its type that brings together all of these various technologies. Are there any metrics that we're using to show or sort of work out the success over, how it's been over time?
Yeah, that's an interesting one. So as event organizers, we're always interested in making sure that we attract as much of the audience, the relevant audience as possible. So we're really excited that just in the first year that we've been able to attract over 3,000 registrants to sign up for the show. So that's brilliant. And in terms of that entire ecosystem, connection is a really, really important metric for us, and ensuring that exhibitors and visitors are making the right connections and leaving the show with new opportunities for them to work on around collaborations and commercial opportunities is an important thing for us. And what kind of underpins that is, are they getting the satisfaction that they need? So many people told us that an event like this that brings these ecosystems together is so vitally needed for the UK. So ensuring that we're delivering upon their goals and their needs and getting satisfaction from that is something that we'll be closely monitoring as well.
Okay, and is it too late to register?
Absolutely not. So we've had a record week in registration so far, and we want to continue to see that momentum go. So please visit microelectronicsuk.com, and there's still an opportunity to register.
Excellent. Michael, thank you so very much for your time and some insights into an exciting new exhibition and conference taking place next week. And if I remember rightly, 24th and 25th of September at the Excel.
That's right. It's going to be a great couple of days. Look forward to seeing you there, Rob.
Brilliant. I look forward to seeing you too, Michael. Thank you very much.